All right, we are live.
We are live. It's Thursday. We're counting you down to the weekend. But before we get there, we have a few words from our sponsor.
All right, let's hear from our sponsor, guys. We're super excited to share this with you. So let's go. Keisha Robinson, supreme sponsor.
All right, Keisha Robinson,
Imperative Solutions. Ultimate sponsor, Dr. Crystal Henry of Albemarle Chiropractic, and fancy sponsor, Eye Candy Hair Studio.
All right. Thank you very much to our sponsors. And now it's time to get it started. Let's get it started in here.
It's another episode of A Blind Guy.
His wife.
Hey everybody, we're counting you down to the weekend. It's another episode of A Blind Guy.
His wife.
Their Life Live. We're here for you every Wednesday,
Thursday, Friday
at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I almost got it, guys. You know, I had stopped competing, so he would think that I was not going to fight for that 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but you know, he's on to me.
We're here on this channel. We take you on journeys as we explore the worlds and stories of special, fabulous guests.
Did you say suspect? What was you about to say?
Special.
Because you know our guest today is suspect. Yeah. I know you were saying she might be on the run, but no, she's special.
We'll talk about that a little bit later on, why she might be on the run. But no, the special guest. We introduce you to special guests that we met along the way through our personal and professional journeys as we seek to change the narrative of normal by sharing their stories with you. Today is no exception to the rule. We have a very special featured guest.
Yes.
She is none other than the lovely, charismatic Clarissa Crawford. She is a strategist for artists that are seeking funding and resources for their creative
Wait a minute.
content.
You said like a tongue twister. You said she's a strategist for...
She's a
strategist. Like, you know, she helps people to create their
strategies
or plans or, you know, layouts, gameplays.
For artists seeking funding.
Okay, so if you're looking for money, you're an artist, you're looking for money.
For their creative content.
And you already have stuff that you're working on. This is not for like a bum, is it? Like, say, for example, I would consider myself a bum because I try to get you to do most of the work and then I take the credit. Or is this for bums like me?
Life. So if life and bums are synonyms, that's up to y'all to decide. I'm not getting into that.
As long as we're creative, right?
Right.
She can help us.
So we're gonna bring Clarissa in to say good morning to everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so excited to be here with you all. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Absolutely. We're excited about having you. And of course, none of us are bums. We're all creatives out here, right?
We are all artists. We're all creative.
Awesome. Okay, so you're going to help us find out like some of the best ways to plug into or connect, I should say, our content with the cash or our, you know, the funding with the what, Corey? Give me an alliteration.
The funding with the fun.
Oh, there you go.
No, that works. Yes, I'm going to definitely do my best to point you all to some resources and just share what I have learned as a person who connects artists to resources and opportunities. So I'm really happy and looking forward to speaking with you all and sharing out information.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you a little bit later on.
Love it. I love it. Thanks, Clarissa.
Now, this broadcast is supported by members supported by viewers like you. You can become part of the home team, the Blind Guy, His Wife home team, by remembering to bum rush the button.
That means you hit the thumbs up button, guys. And of course, scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen is our site, our website for this particular show, blindguyhiswife.com. So definitely give us a thumbs up and
make sure you share this content with 10 other people that you know. Maybe you know some creatives in your personal network that could benefit from learning about these funding resources.
Absolutely. Now, when you head over there to blindguyhiswife.com, what you will see is, you know you're at the right place because first of all, you'll see a picture of Corey and myself. You'll also see a description because Corey can't see. His eyes don't work. He has a wife. That's me. And stop looking sad, Corey. We celebrate life. So once you scroll down, you can find out who we are, you can find out how you can help, or you can jump right to the schedule. Of course, we just showed you our sponsors. We have sponsorship guides. This video here shows you how to become a sponsor, shows you exactly what to do. And then you can also click on the button for those opportunities. But check out the schedule. This way you will know exactly what's coming up this week. So let's jump into it.
All right, so we're going to jump right.
That was so much fun.
Yesterday, Travel Queen.
Clarissa Crawford cashing in on your content.
All right.
Friday, Jennifer Scott, live stream your income stream. And of course, you all know we've got our sponsors. So we're going to stop it right there because, of course, if you want to find out how you can become a sponsor, just look at the calendar. Everything is right here on this website. You can see who the sponsors are. They're listed on the calendar. You can also check out more information on each guest. It gives you the detail of who they are and what they're doing. So it's easy to navigate. Corey, you can manage it, right? Because I know a lot of products we use because you can manage them with not being able to see.
Right. So I'm able to go to the website, click on the buttons, and I can.
What about the green coffee cup? Can you do that?
I can't click the green coffee cup.
Oh, I'll do it right here. That way you
click
can buy
the green coffee cup. Like Bernie Mac said, stir it like coffee. Click, 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 click.
Okay, it opens up a widget here. So that way, if you want to do a one-time support, you can do 1 coffee, 3 coffee, 5 coffees. Corey's been blind 25 years. We have our hashtag 25 for 25 campaign where we have 25 goals for every year that Corey has been blind. Then you can leave your name, say something nice, and it shows how you're supporting this stream. You guys have been showing up and showing out. We appreciate it.
Already on the home team already.
Lynn Ball, your coach. That's Coach Remy. Audra. Let's see. Wow, that's Whitney. Anyways, Corey, let's get on to the comments because the people are in the chat. They're saying hello. They're excited about our guest today.
All right. So let's see who we got in the comments today.
Well, we just mentioned our coach, and guess who's here first?
Coach Remy. Hey, Coach Remy workout. If you want a virtual coach, then you guys go to Coach Remy's YouTube channel. He has definitely he's definitely motivating you to actually get in shape. And just for the ladies, he's got lots of muscles.
He does have lots of muscles, but he also has realistic workouts. And he also is in Belgium right now. But we're corrupting him, Corey. I just want you to know. He had a workout this morning, and I really did do it in the bed. And I ain't gonna lie, I sped up the time. So I did like some of it, not the whole time, because it was like an ab core workout. So when I typed in the notes, like, oh, this was great. I did it in the bed. He gonna respond probably mostly with your eyes. Like, you know, Coach Remy. Coach Remy is here first. He's first with the clapbacks. He's doing it. He's winning this morning. Look at Philip Waldo Jr.
WJ in the house.
Grand morning, all. We also have. I know you can talk trash about Phil. Don't even do it. What you about to say?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna be nice till he gives me calls. Just calls.
All right. So just calls. CAS 519. Hey there. Good morning to you, Clarence.
Clarence in the house.
Yes. Now you guys,
all the way up there from Maryland.
How you gonna put his business out there? He might not have wanted people to know his geo. Didn't he used to work like with the Secret Service people? No. Anyway, let's go to Audra. Good morning, fam.
Audra, fellow Virginian in the house. Good morning, Audra.
Oh, was Clarence just on the run? I can't remember. Anyways, Juliet. Hello, beautiful people.
Juliet, all the way over on the continent. And what country is Juliet in?
Oh, she's in Nigeria. Yes, Juliet has a fantastic channel. Go over there, guys. Check it out. And you know, of course, I was talking trash to Clarence because Clarence, guys, we know him personally. And so we always have fun. When I said Clarence was on the run, he probably out jogging somewhere. That's the running he's doing. Irene is saying, hey, family.
Irene and Zab. That's
her last name, Irene Zab.
Irene in the house all the way in Kenya.
Yeah, she was cooking ugali yesterday. Remember?
You didn't send me none?
Look, I told her, like, well, at least I got it, a virtual taste anyway.
And you know what? I watched some of her videos. Irene is multilingual. She speaks English. She speaks Swahili and goatees. Yeah,
I heard her talking to the goats.
Yeah.
But you know what? Irene is here saying just landed, and also from South Africa. Look at Ntabi saying happy Thursday, countdown to the weekend.
Real talk with Ntabi in the house all the way in South Africa. She's a great tech person. She designed our intro video. She also got our color scheme straight for our logo for our YouTube channel. She, in other words, just said, "Get your life straight," and she helped us get it straight.
You guys, we know that right now you are upset that you did not get first place, but we can turn that around. Coach Remy was first. So guys, start putting into the chat #strategy, because today we've got a strategist on that's going to help us get ourselves together. So if you want to get in for first place pony, first place bragging rights, then you do have that opportunity. So let's get back to the comments. Finish saying good morning. Hey, look at our artist here. Good morning, guys. It's always a pleasure tuning in to Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life. This guy does murals. You can send him a photo. He can recreate it, make it look realistic.
Broderick.
You already know who it is.
Broderick, congratulations, a brand new dad for the second time.
Yes.
Congratulations, Broderick.
Absolutely. Growing his family, growing his talents. And of course, he is iBroderick on Instagram. That's EYE because he's a visual person. So iBroderick on Instagram. Check him out. We also have Irene saying hello to everyone. S Cupid. Hey there. Good morning. Looking forward. So are we.
Cupid, draw back your bow. And
boy, you're going to get us copywritten or whatever, copyright strike. I don't know how people say it. But anyway, 757 Renaissance Man says, hey, y'all, love what you do.
Sean with the high top fade, the mile high top fade back in the day.
We're looking forward to it. Yes. Okay. So you know what? This is great, Corey, because
strategy for the first place pony drawing.
Yeah, I already see that, a few people are already putting it in. So Dave, Broderick already has #strategy in there. So let's see who else is in here. Phil is saying, don't get involved, Corey. Well, earlier when I was talking trash. Yeah. And he also says, Corey, put on your boots. I guess that's your flash dance boots. But he also says, good morning, Clarissa, when we had her on in there. Right. You know what? Listen to XDMC already. So when I had Clarissa on the screen, he was like, one love family, Clarissa. Oh my, slap, ouch. Karen just slapped me against the back of the head.
Karen is XDMC's wife. He's always getting complimenting the lovely ladies that come onto this show. XDMC has a great YouTube channel as well. Check out Barnstorming Productions.
Yes, and he's also saying hi to Phil, who's talking to him, saying, what's good, Phil? I missed yesterday, so we have to act up extra today. See, let me tell you, we're going to go into the first place pony and just skip this.
#strategy.
Right, because he's like, yes, we do. Starting with Ethiopian air.
There you go, brothers. Ethiopian air.
We ain't flying you nowhere, XDMC. David Hunt is here saying aloha.
Hunty boy in the house.
First at 11:22. You know what? First place, you're right, but you better put in #strategy if you want first place bragging rights.
Hunty boy is in the house. David Hunt has a great YouTube channel, morning meditation and motivation with music and singing. He was born by the river. Yeah, David sings that song like nobody else, and he doesn't sing it like that. But I did it pretty good. But Phil is shouting him out. David has a wrench, so if you act up XDMC, Phil and David gonna put you in a timeout. They probably won't. They won't. They'll cheer him on. So Irene is laughing. Sharella C, hello. She says, looking forward to learning more with Clarissa. Sharella in the house. So happy to have you here. Keep on playing, David. You're going to lose. He got #first place pony instead of #strategy. So we have Sharella doing the right thing. They're all getting their #strategy in there. And Phil is right. I think Coach Remy signed in at Sunrise when we was doing that workout. Listen, you know what? Karen gonna slap him back against the back of the head again because Broderick is doing the right thing. #strategy. He does not want smoke from his wife. No, sir. XDMC done put #Clarissa is fine. All right, so we've got everybody in here chit-chatting. We also #Karen's not home. I know, right? #strategy. Absolutely welcome, Broderick. Definitely go to iBroderick on Instagram, EYE Broderick. All right, so let's get into it because Audra is there. So we're going to see if we can pull it up on the screen so you guys can see who gets first place pony today. I don't know, Corey. The guys have been on a winning streak.
And Phil is still in there talking about, I'm looking through Corey's eyes today. That's what Phil is saying. XDMC, I'm looking through Corey's eyes today. Like my wife is home, so I'm blind today. But he's got it in there. Sharella is hyping you up to come on and sing, Corey. Nah, you don't want that. You don't want that.
I got you, Sharella. No, I'm not.
Exactly. And Tabi, Coach Remy has already taken the place. Look at Kwamis Trading that slid in with the hashtag strategy.
Kwamis Trading in the house. Check out his YouTube channel. He gives great advice on how to invest on real estate. He's getting into real estate. He does.
But he's a stock trader, guys.
Traders.
So when you go to Kwamis Trading, you will see him trading stocks, bonds. You'll learn strategy there. So this is perfect. And he does. Strategy. And of course, he's into real estate as well out there on the West Coast, but from Ghana. All right, so Phil says it's his turn to win. Let's go.
Confused everybody. He's on the West Coast, but from Ghana.
He's on the West Coast now of the U.S.,
but he's from Kosovo in Ghana, which is on the west side of the African continent.
Right. So either way, he's on the West Coast.
West side.
Go for it, Corey.
And you wait till I say end they're off.
Okay.
Oh, it's time for the first place pony. All the jockeys in positions in the gate. Bring and they're off.
All right, let's see. Sharella, Audra, Kwame, Sharella, Broderick, Phil, David, Kwame, XDMC, Sharella, Broderick, XDMC, Sharella, Audra, Broderick, Audra, David Hunt, Philip Waldo, XDMC, Kwamis Trading.
Got in the gate last and came out first place pony.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what? This is so good. Kwamis Trading has been winning, guys. Go check out his channel. He tells you about his winnings, how much he trades in a day, how he has won, and you also learn strategy. So this is great. And you know what, Juliet, look at, see, he said it. I'm winning something today. Juliet is like, how you all remember everything we do is so heartwarming. You know, it's real, Juliet. That's how we remember. Corey has an amazing memory because him not being able to see, he has to use his brain, all of it. You know, we have.
I want to bring Juliet on top of that's with the ice block business. I want to talk about that.
Yeah. And then also, I mean, it's genuine. We do have real relationships with our people. We follow them. We consume their content. It's easy. It's like you guys really are friends. So it's easy to remember.
I just picture Juliet with those ice hooks, stabbing those 50-pound blocks of ice and then putting them on the truck like my dad used to do when he was a teenager.
You know what? But your dad was a man. I don't think she hauling and slinging like that.
That don't mean she ain't strong.
If you could see Juliet, she's like dainty and sweet, and she probably got a business that she's employing some men to sling those blocks.
Yeah, but I bet if she had to, she'd get out there and sling them too.
I mean, yeah, there's also leverage and whatnot. Oh, and you know what? Thank you, XDMC. He says, for real, Kwamis Trading info is on point. So David Hunt is all in there all late. You know what? Talking about hashtag strategy. Let's get our person in here because Phil is the champion again. He's saying,
I forgot to sing something.
Kwame just talking trash, talking about, I told you. we corrupted everybody, guys. Kwame used to be sweet. What's his name?
Coach Remy.
But you know, y'all probably, but this is y'all real selves.
This is the Act Up channel. Y'all can be real in here. Just no cussing, damn it.
You know what? Why they want to more? Broderick is saying congrats. Yes, congrats, Kwame from Sharella. Let me tell you, he is typing out rigged in the chat. RIGGED. David. Yes, talk about rigged. Sing the song because everybody's congratulating.
Kwame is the champion, my friend.
All right, Juliet is saying, wow, I love this. We are having a good time today, and especially with our brother Prince Ayoko out there in Tamale. Tamale in northern Ghana. Yes,
northern Ghana, Tamale and the Prince, the member of the royal family. But Prince Ayoko is out there. He does animal husbandry. He does construction work, welding. This brother is multi-talented and a member of the royal family in Tamale up in northern Ghana.
Absolutely. Definitely check his channel out if you want to see Ghana today, how it really works. We also have XDMC saying he's not going to hate and he will say congrats because he does not want his stocks to drop. So that's what I'm talking about. Phil is congratulating Kwame, but he's also saying Kwamis is now thug trading. Corey, introduce our guest for today.
Today, we're going to introduce you to a fabulous young lady who we had the pleasure of meeting through work as artists and for social justice. This young lady is multi-talented and she's multifaceted. She's a digital content producer, a special events producer, and she specializes in connecting artists and other creatives with financial opportunities to fund their creative content. She is well connected and well versed in what she does, and she has a lot to offer. And as XDMC says, what do you get when you combine the brains of Shorty from Black Panther, the beauty of Lupita Nyong'o, what's the woman's name? The 20-something-year-old version of the model Beverly Johnson. And what was the lady's name that played Cleopatra Jones?
I can't remember. I don't know. My memory is not as good as yours.
And Pam Grier. A 20-something-year-old Halle Berry. A 20-something-year-old Vanessa Williams. You get all of that plus some rolled into one person. It's time for today's special guest, strategist, content creator, helping us to finance getting cash for our content. She is none other than the lovely, the beautiful, the queen of resources. She is Clarissa Crawford.
Hi. I'm so excited to be here with you all. I have been backstage enjoying the show thus far. I really love the way that you all build community and interact with each other in this space. So I'm really excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. Like
Absolutely.
We enjoy every time we get together. It's a pleasure. And I got to give the backstory on something Quita said earlier today. Clarissa is calmly sitting there in her home, and she's logged in for our Tech Check broadcast yesterday. And I said, how are you doing? She said, oh, I'm fine. Then she starts looking out the window, just checking out the police around the neighborhood because we have a situation going on. And she's just in there calm. And I said, are they looking for you?
Right. We started putting it on her, of course. It's not her.
And she said, not this time.
They were not looking for me. And whoever it was that they were looking for, they did find because they ended up clearing out a short while later. So all is well in the neighborhood.
So you were able to stay safe. That's great.
I was able to stay safe. They're gonna have to keep looking if they're trying to find me. So
well, you know what? Speaking of finding you, people are welcoming you already. Phil is in here saying, welcome, Clarissa. And Coach Remy is saying, hello, wonderful people. Who took my first place? Just so we're going to remind him, because Prince Ayoko was congratulating Kwame, and then he's also saying Onyame Inshira Awubi Bire. I know. I don't. Oh my goodness. My Dagbali language is not good. My Twi is not good. My native sound is not good. I know it's a Ghanaian language. Onyame is probably the only thing I said right, but
maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, Nshire, I don't know.
What's the translation?
He did not give it to us,
Prince
Ayoko.
You gotta give us the translation.
I think it's saying congratulations, though.
Okay.
Congratulations, brother. Something like that. So, Clarissa, everybody's welcome you. XDMC is saying, I just put this into full screen mode. Welcome, Clarissa.
Oh, thank you. I feel very welcomed, and it's such a privilege to be here with you all.
Yes, and Phil is agreeing, videos in HD quality, and thank you so much. Kwamis Trading is of course, he's from Ghana, and so he is saying, God bless you so much. Thank you, Kwame. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes, Coach Remy is welcoming you. This is going to be a good day because everybody wants to know, how do we strategize our funding? If we're an artist, if we're a content creator, so let's just take Broderick as an example. Broderick is a phenomenal creator. He's already doing wonderful things. We commissioned him to create a backdrop for our Harambe for the Holiday Show 2019.
He's also the artist working on our Java Djembe and Jollies sketches and murals for the Java Djembes and Jollies Changing the Narrative of Normal initiative that we've done with Alternate Roots.
Yeah, so we went to a paint and sip or sip and paint by Orange Blossom. Johanna. It was a drunken draw. Okay, no, it was not a drunken draw. It was a paint and sip.
acting up.
Always. And so while we were there, we met some people that we didn't know, and they had a picture of a local business, and they were like, "Oh wow, we took this picture," and we were like, "We know this artist. This is our friend, Broderick Antoine." So he's popular in so many places.
The man's government out there, he might have had to skip work a few days.
No, it's on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's okay to put his government
right.
out there. So for him, he's like, "Hey, I know how to do this." So I know we're going to use him today as our example, as a type of person that we want to kind of work with when we're giving all of these examples. I know for you have a producing background. And so I don't know if that has helped you out or what that has done, but we definitely want to talk about that right after we hear from XDMC, who's telling us how to say welcome in Klingon. What?
Oh, that's I'm thinking about alienation when I do that. Klingon, I forgot how they do it.
Well, he said nukne. Is that real, Corey? What is Klingon?
Klingon is from Star Trek.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, that show got on my nerves.
Forget that. Let's get into her. Okay, you have a producing background. Tell us a little bit about yourself so that we know why you're qualified to help artists like Broderick and all the artists watching today. Because most people here, they have a channel, they're creatives.
Yeah, well, yes. So I do. I have a producing background. So for all of my professional career, I have worked with artists, supporting them in some sort of capacity by like facilitating different processes, curating content, or managing resources that would provide them access to be able to sustain or expand their work. So that's looked a couple of different ways throughout my career. So I initially started out as a special event producer in the corporate sector. So I did a lot of event producing just for larger corporations, Fortune 500 companies, Coca-Cola. I've worked with Delta, just curating different events and experiences that they were hosting. I moved from the corporate realm into the government realm, where I really was facilitating a lot of different international conferences on health, different epidemics, different diseases that would affect a lot of different communities globally. So I worked as a project manager for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention here in Atlanta, which is where I'm based, CDC. And then from there, I wanted to go into the entertainment realm. And so I ended up going out to the West Coast for a bit. I went out to California, where I ended up pursuing a master's in creative producing at the California Institute of the Arts. And while I was in California, I also worked in the field as a talent manager for a literary and producing company there. And that was a very formative part of my career, as it really deepened my engagement and work with artists directly, right? So through a lot of that work, I learned how to package processes, because projects. I was working in Hollywood. So I was able to see a lot of behind the scenes around how deals are made, how movies get done. I produced several artist showcase by Coastal. So I would produce artist showcase in Los Angeles. I produced artist showcase in New York. So I've worked really heavily with artists and learning to be able to translate their work for different intermediaries who would be able to either, put them on in some sort of way by, financing a movie or financing a project. And then you take that all the way to where I'm at right now. And I currently work as the director of strategic partnerships with Alternate Roots. My radical title, though, is Road. And I love that so much, because a lot of what I find that I do in my work is really about opening up the road for artists to be able to connect them with opportunities to provide resources for their work. So
I like that you mentioned Alternate Roots. I got to stop you there, because I showed the California Institute of the Arts, but Roots has a Roots Week. And right here, I can't enlarge this, but circle these two people right there. you know, there's a cute lady right here, and there's a handsome guy right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dynamic
Oh,
duo.
you did save that picture of me and Clarissa.
You know what? Anyways. You know what?
I gotta take a stop. Clarissa, Coastal, did they do training films as well, like for OSHA and things of that nature?
Did who do? Who
Coastal.
did?
When you work for Coastal.
I didn't work for Coastal.
She mentioned Coastal, but I don't think, I don't know if that was.
I was saying bi-coastal. So
Right.
I was
Gotcha.
on the West Coast and the East Coast. So
Right.
bi-coastal. So yeah, I was producing showcases in LA and in New York. So
Understood. Gotcha. I thought it was a company name.
Well, you know, speaking of Hollywood, now, Corey, I don't know what you said when you were trying to do that language, when you were clicking and pop.
Yeah.
Phil is like, it's real. Stop hating, Corey. I think that's what he's referring to.
No, he was talking about it's real, because I said I ain't like Star Trek.
Oh, right. Well, either way, when you said Hollywood Shorts is here. So, hey there, welcome. Says, hi, I just came in, new to you guys. Those shirts are dope.
Welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button and share this with 10 other people you know could benefit from this information.
Yeah, thank you for hanging out. And Phil wants to know, you know, because you're connecting artists with things, can you expand Corey's Flashdance leggings collection?
Well, see, Corey didn't tell me about that, Phil. Now that I know, we can definitely talk about ways that we can add to your collection, Corey.
Yeah, because I'm working on my plus size for people like Phil and other brothers that's out there. So.
You know what? Anyways, yes, because XDMC is welcoming Hollywood Shorts. He's saying this is an awesome feel-good channel, and he's saying ATL in the house. You talked a lot about producing, because all of the things that you talk about, those are some of the things that XDMC does in his job, you know, creating commercials and films and working on different aspects. I do want to talk about also, though, how you bring the artists and the resources together. So this is where we get that Broderick caricature, right? This person who's an artist and they have some contracts, they're doing some things. However, they definitely want to increase their funding so they can increase their impact. And just in case you aren't well versed, if you want to combine Corey, Phil is telling us that Corey loves glitter and rhinestones.
Right. It looks good on people like Phil.
So anyways, how do you connect artists and resources? Talk a little bit about that.
Sure. So that looks different in different spaces with Alternate Roots. So we are a member-led organization, and Alternate Roots in the field is what you would call an intermediary. So we are an organization that goes between large foundations and artists, our art organizations, and we receive resources from large funders in order to be able to distribute them to artists and arts organizations. So we're not the only organization that does that type of work, but a lot of our redistribution ends up being grants directly into the hands of artists that serves as resources for them to be able to support and amplify their work. So all of our programming is around being able to cultivate opportunities, events, gatherings, or just like straight out grant opportunities for artists to be able to expand their professional artistic capacity and support their work, right? So right now, we're in a partnership with Blind Guy, his wife, and their life.
Yeah.
In one of our granting programs, right? And so through that partnership specifically, we are working with you all to be able to provide resources to you so that at the end of our time together, you all are in a much better position than when we started, and you're able to take the capacity that you are able to expand upon as a result of our partnership, and either flip that into some other grant opportunity, right? Or, hopefully create your own revenue making income stream. So that would be super dope, right? Because we would love for, ideally, we want folks to be able to expand their project, their practice to a space where they're not dependent on anybody to give them funds, right? Like you are able to create a stream for yourself and really build upon that and support the work and community that you are wanting to.
Now, when people hear the word grants, the first thing they think, oh, I'm not a nonprofit, so I can't get a grant. But you guys actually do connect artists or arts organizations who might not be 501c3 nonprofits. You connect them to the resources because you guys are somewhat what some people like to call a fiscal sponsor of sorts. Can you explain how that relationship works for people that are looking to take it to be a part of the Alternate Roots initiatives?
And I also want to add to that because, we have Irene, she's in Kenya saying, this is amazing. David Hunt, he's right here in the States in New England saying, this is awesome. So I want to also talk about, I know you have other organizations in addition to Alternate Roots, so that we can talk about it from the standpoint of Irene over there in Kenya, or David, who's here in the States, or other people like Broderick. He's here in the States, he's working, he's already doing things, and all of these folks that we're mentioning are. So are there international opportunities? Are there local only opportunities? Is it limited to the States? Regional, yeah, because one thing that you brought up, is one of the partnerships that we're working on together. And I know that right here, I'm just going to share a little bit of this video. It's not, Corey, this is not, this is talking about Java, djembes, and jollies, and so I know this is one of the videos that we had to create just in relating to people with disabilities or limitations or challenges or whatever you want to say. So, it's one of those things where as creatives, we can take what we're already doing and, and make sure that it's funded, make sure that it's financed, make sure that it's moving forward. So David Hunt, Corey is saying, Corey just took the question right out of my mouth. And Phil is also saying awesome content, as Phil is in the States as well. So talk about that for people, the artists and the resources, are there in general resourceful organizations and how this works?
Do you have to be
yes. I'm sorry, what was that question?
The question Dave was talking about is, do you have to be a nonprofit in order to work with some of these organizations?
Yeah, that's what David
was. Not at all, right? So no, specifically with Alternate Roots and a lot of other like sister organizations that are out there in the field who work directly with artists. No, the expectation is not that you have to be 501c3 in order to qualify for grants. There are different grant opportunities, right? There are different grant sizes, and a lot of organizations that we are, partnered with in the field look to be able to fund directly to artists, right? So even if you're not an organization, there's opportunities for you to receive grants. Like for instance, with Alternate Roots, I can speak specifically to, like, we have an artistic assistance program that funds directly to individual artists, right? So you don't have to be an organization. And actually, we don't typically partner with organizations per se. We make our partnerships and our grant opportunities specifically with artists. Now, if an artist happens to also have like a business on that they are connected to, that's fine. But we are in direct relationship with individual artists, right? And then there are some organizations that do partner with different businesses or organizations for their grant opportunities. But the requirement that you are a 501c3 is not necessary. And as it mentions, you mentioned, Corey, the fiscal sponsorship programs that organizations who are 501c3, like Roots, we're a nonprofit, we have a 501c3 status. We offer through our fiscal sponsorship the opportunity for artists and, art organizations, collectives to be able to utilize our 501c3 status to be able to qualify for those grants that do require a nonprofit status for funding.
Nice.
So
that does help.
I'm sorry. I'll say Alternate Roots is regional for artists that reside in the South, or their projects are artists who are actually residing in the South, I should say.
Yeah.
There are other organizations similar to Roots that fund people across the nation and maybe even internationally.
Yeah.
And I know that you sent us a list. Is it okay to share that list?
Absolutely. Yeah. Please do share that list. So yeah, Roots is a regional organization, right? So meaning we have a specific region that we service, and that region happens to be the South. But there are some of these organizations on this list that you have up right now that are actually they reach across their national organizations. And there are some international organizations too. I don't believe I've listed any of those, but like for instance, first organization that's coming to my mind that support artists and specifically dance artists is the International Association of Blacks in Dance, right? So that's an international organization that, their service area is much larger than, the regional area that Roots might focus on, or even some of just like these local institutes or local organizations in different states. So I would offer that, check them all out, right? So if you are an artist who is living in Virginia, right? Virginia happens to be one of the service states that Roots would service, but it's also it's also a state that falls within the realm of a national organization like the National Performance Network. So you can also be looking at, different opportunities that they might have. And then also, like if you were a dancer that happened to be there in Virginia, you would also look at opportunities that the International Association of Black Dances would also provide, right? So that's like 3 different organizations with 3 different service areas that you could be looking to for a multitude of opportunities. The other thing I would say is that, in addition to and usually those opportunities probably look like grants. In addition to grant opportunities, you all had mentioned the artists that you commissioned through to be able to provide artwork for your project.
Right, project.
Project. Commissions are another opportunity for artists to be able to receive funding for their work, right? A lot of times it might be specific to, the needs of whoever's doing the commissioning, but that work can also be translated into, something that is functional and usable to promote in other areas to be able to receive or show as like a portfolio of like abilities, right? So you can flip a commission and, show that somewhere else to be able to demonstrate your capabilities. So commissions are also a common way that artists can look for funding opportunities. And you can find commissions through other artists. You can find commissions through organizations. You can find commissions through like local theater companies, dance companies. There are all sorts of institutes around you that are institutes, organizations, collectives that are looking for opportunities to hire artists to do a specific skill, right?
So when you say this, basically what you're saying is that, okay, I'm an artist. I'm going to use Broderick. I'm going to use Irene because Irene is in Kenya right now, right? So she does content creation. She shows the farm. She shows cooking. She shows natural things happening. She shows visits to different museums and locations and whatnot. And so that means she can do video editing. She can do a lot of different things, right? And of course, she's creating content. She's setting up her strategy for how she's going to, get all of this done. So that means if we were to collaborate with her, we could commission her from where we are to say, hey, we need footage of this and that, or what have you. And I say that because years ago, as part of a project that we were doing, I want to say this was the Technology Tuesday. Mm-hmm. This was years ago. I'm just going to show a little bit of that because we put that within this main work. Of course, Corey, here on the screen, it says everyone has a difference. The differences are not disses because, people always are like, disability, this, that, and the third. And actually the voice there is Nikki. That's Broderick's wife. It just so happened that she was on this segment. But
his son is up there too. His son Sydney is up there.
Yeah, his son is up there too. That's not where I was supposed to be though. I was trying to show you all the part where the part where we did the Technology Tuesday, Corey. So I'm just going to skip ahead because I just saw her son. There he is. That's a little
Sydney.
right.
Cute.
Yeah, so this is what I was trying to get to. All of the people here that we used as voiceovers, they were commissioned. Those are our kids when they were little. Bunny is eating something, the other two are jumping, So what my point is that you can use older works and always repurpose them. So it's always, the nice thing about content creation is that you always have it. Now listen to this. XDMC, I told you he's a producer. He's already there. He said, Clarissa, your website has a lot of awesome content. I'm looking at it now. Your 50 side hustles from home already got me hooked. And your website profile pic is beautiful.
Thank you. Oh no, I appreciate that. Yeah, I love being able to connect folks to opportunities. So, and just the way that my mind works, like I always see ways to flip things to what you were speaking to, Laquita. Like I'm always thinking about, okay, because if you create it one time, you could flip it 50 different times and
Right.
it will still work for you, right? And a lot of times, that's what artists are doing, and that's perfectly okay because it's a new audience that you're sharing the work with. That it's new to them. And they're not gonna, they're not gonna have any. A lot of times, they won't have history to where the work has been shared before, and you can tweak it just enough so that it's specific to whatever their needs are. So yeah, you might be able to take, if you write books, you write one book, you be able to sell that book in a couple of different areas, right? Yeah, it becomes your intellectual property that can continue to generate income for you in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? So here's the thing. We do have scrolling right there at the bottom, hello at Clarissa Crawford, but your website is definitely a wealth of information. And so there's info there that people want that, they're already there looking at it. I'll drop it into the chat. I know you said there are some things.
I know the website is www.soundofthepolice.com.
Sorry.
Anyway, right. So we did drop that into the chat so people can find your information. Corey, now that you're talking trash, XDMC is in here saying, I'm also questioning my friendship with Corey and Dwayne since they don't like Star Trek.
I like it, but then it got to be Star Trek this, Star Trek this, Deep Space Nine, blah 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 blah, and I said,
just stick to the basics.
Yeah,
you didn't want them to have chapters and evolutions and grow.
I want them, they could grow, but at the same time, it's like it's just got to be too many characters to keep in touch with, and so I kind of fell off the wagon. I like Star Trek Next Generation. That's where I stopped.
I don't know. Phil says Star Trek is for the expanded mind, but I will say that Juliet is on point. I agree at repurposing older works. And listen to Phil talking about, thank you, Phil. They better catch up. XDMC, what did I say?
You said thank you. You said Phil said.
Oh, Phil said. I know, right?
Phil said, XDMC says, both the same thing.
Right, but they all talking trash, and Phil talking about he backtracking XDMC. See how they talking bad to you, Corey?
Okay.
We're going to get into our next giveaway because we got to get out of here.
We do want to find out, what advice do you have for artists to best position themselves to be able to get in touch with these resources for funding their project?
Now, while she does that, we are going to have you guys put in hashtag Clarissa Crawford. The second giveaway is always much longer, which means you got to work to win this. Okay. So that means while she gives us the advice, you guys can go ahead. Look, Corey's phone is ringing. Y'all know Corey can't see, his phone talks. And so did they hang up?
I guess so.
So Clarissa, go ahead and make sure that you give us something good while they put into the chat.
Hashtag Clarissa Crawford.
Hashtag Clarissa Crawford. Y'all better look at the bottom of the screen so y'all spell it right, because I know how y'all will do. Oh, wait a minute. And Tabi has 3 side hustles. She's finding this very insightful and relevant. Thanks, Clarissa. And the same way now, in Tabi, she's the one in South Africa that designed the logo you see, the Blind Guy's Wife life show. She gave us the color scheme. And so this is somebody that we could commission so that if we get a grant, this is another way to use it to make it an international situation.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Even Coach Remy talking trash, Corey talking about, it's all mine, I got this. Thank you, David Hunt, for getting us back on track. If you are getting value, please click the like button, share the stream, subscribe, and click the bell. So people are putting their hashtag Clarissa Crawford's in there. So you can go ahead and give us this advice. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. So one of the first pieces of advice is that I would give is to know your audience, right? So, and that can be your audience as it relates to if you are going to a specific organization looking for grant opportunities, or if you have an actual audience that you are sharing your work out to. It's important to really be familiar with your audience in the way that they receive information and in the ways that they prefer to receive communication. I say this because a lot of times with like organizations like Alternate Routes, which I work for, or different intermediaries that I was pointing to, they have specific processes around how they receive inquiries or they provide grant opportunities for artists, right? And a lot of times it can be very tempting to just like send an email with 16 paragraphs about the greatness of your work and, why you need this money, X, Y, and Z. And a lot of times those won't be able to be read. Number one, because folks don't have all the time in the world. But number two, because there are certain processes that are in place to help them to be able to filter through the information and look at it when it's time for them to be able to look at finding someone to provide funding opportunities to. And then when they do that, when I say know your audience, you also need to be able to speak to them in a way that they'll be able to translate what it is that you have put on the paper and understand it very simply, right? So sometimes in grant applications, I find that artists might want to, write a 3-page paper on one question, right? And that's a lot of text. And grant makers are having to, evaluate a couple of applications. So you got to keep it short, succinct, clear, and really understand how it is that they are looking for the information, what they're looking for, and be able to know those things up front and speak to that instead of trying to give them like the whole menu of services. Right. Yeah. Another thing I would also say is that relationships are really, really important.
Wait a minute. Let's talk a lot about this because the people are definitely putting in their hashtag Clarissa Crawford. Justine is in there, Corey.
Justine.
Right. And we also have Eugit's Kitchen that popped in saying good morning, good afternoon, beautiful family. She has a wonderful channel. Great editing, great recipes, and all those good things. So we have people in here, definitely popping in. But XDMC is saying something relating to what you said about relationships. He says, Real Talk with Ntabi, her skills are on point. Now, her digital skills are completely on point. He's the person to approve that. But also, when you speak on relationship,
His name is XDMC, and he approves Ntabi.
That was one of the things that really drew us into her to say, hey, we'd love to work with her. So talk a lot about relationships and artists, how they can really leverage that.
Yes, because just in the same way that you all were referred to Ntabi in her work, that's a lot of what happens when it relates to just different funding opportunities. It is about who you know, right? Sometimes opportunities aren't always like publicly posted. And so sometimes if you have a relationship with someone and they know they see something, they got to hurry up and, connect somebody with the resources. They're like, I know who can take care of this. I know who we can trust to manage this money, and them put a call in. So relationships are important because you never know who is in what room, placing your name in the room. Right. And so I think it's so important to be kind to everyone, right? To be very mindful and respectful to everyone as much as possible, because you just never know who you're in the room with, who's in the space, who's seeing what. And it's also usually people like to do business with people they enjoy being around. People like to be in collaborative, creative relationships with people they enjoy and just like genuinely like being around. It's the same thing with, different grant opportunities organizations provide to different organizations or artists. Folks like to do business with folks who are a joy to be around. And so just building and not building relationships for the sake of just trying to, get something from someone, but just taking a genuine interest in what people are doing, right? Much like the way that you all interact within this community, which is so beautiful, which is so, which just really just is so inviting. The way you are doing it is really like, it makes it like, I'm like, we got to get in here. I'm sitting here thinking about how can we help support this even more? Because it's just so beautiful in the way that you come together. And it's like those types of things. You invite folks to come in and just be in community with you. You invite folks to get to know you, no strings attached. And it really help them to just keep, you at the front of their mind when they are different opportunities come across the desk. And also if you do a really good job, it makes it easier to be like, I'm just going to keep giving this to you because I ain't got time to do the big, deep search. Right. So I can just,
Well, you know what? I do want to say that speaking of relationships, everything that you're saying right now, Justine is like loving your advice, Clarissa. Very nice. We've also gotten here Violet Botanical Skincare saying, hello, Quita and Corey.
Robin. Clarissa, you got to definitely check out her website. She does plant-based skincare. And
XDMC is shouting her out to my Robin in the house. But go ahead, Corey.
XDMC used to look like Flavor Flav. He started using botanical skincare. That brother looks like Dwayne Johnson.
Anyways, this is what I want.
Better yet, this is Quita before Violet Skincare. This is Quita after.
That's our commercial for her. So XDMC is still just giving accolades to your website. 9 words and phrases to avoid when you're negotiating a salary on your website. That's an article there. Sister, I agree with this 100. Y'all better get to this sister site. I did drop it into the chat. I'll drop it in again only because XDMC said so. And, again, he is all things professional.
He is. His name is XDMC, and he approves Clarissa Crawford.
Exactly. And, another thing that you said, Juliet is in there. You were talking about, the relationships. And so Juliet, she says, yes, the importance of relationships. Like it just doesn't get any better than that. Yeah. So listen to Phil, he's in here talking trash. We're going to get to the giveaway because he's like, XDMC told me it's in the mail and they live around the corner. Don't laugh at him, Justine, do not.
But yeah, and just to sum up what you were saying, that my dad had an old country saying from Carolina to sum up what you said about relationships. He says, act right wherever you go, because you just don't know who you might know and who might know you. And so my dad used to tell me that all the time. It's because there's been so many times I just either finished acting up or I was about to act up. And so I say, aren't you Frank's son? I'm like, yes, I am. And what did you see me about to do?
I know, right? So everything that you were just saying, we're going to get this giveaway going because whoever wins this, we're going to commission them to do something. We're going to work with them in some way. Mr. Wade 72 says, awesome info. And Dwayne Turner is saying, another great show. Corey and Quita, great job. Clarissa.
Dwayne's wife is the CEO and founder of Violet Botanical Skincare. Dwayne is the man behind it all, though. He's the man.
So Dwayne is the man behind Violet Botanical. Okay, all right. Well, either way, Phil is saying, Wade, thanks for keeping Corey straight, talking to Mr. Wade 72. And David Hunt is doing what he's supposed to do. Guys, this is the giveaway. So if you want to get in on to win a collab with Corey, Laquita, blind guy, his wife, their life, we're going to commission something, and that means you get paid. So put in hashtag Clarissa Crawford, because that's the person giving us all these jewels and nuggets today. We've dropped her website into the chat. I'll put it in again. I know she said she's going to be doing even more updates, and we'll also link that document of resourceful organizations that she shared with us as well. So that way you guys will have it.
So Clarissa, while we're giving these people a chance to get in their hashtag Clarissa Crawford, we got to ask you the question.
Okay.
How many fruits and vegetables have you eaten today?
Today, so far, I have not eaten any. So
you still have time.
I've been fasting this morning, and so I just had water.
Okay.
But I'll get my servings in a bit. I think I will have a salad for lunch when I break the fast. And I'll probably make sure I include some sort of fruit in that salad to make sure I'm getting my servings.
Got it. That's good. Well, you still have time. And of course, the idea is to get everybody eating more fruits and vegetables. Justine is saying, I miss y'all big time. Go ahead, Corey, Quita, and family. Thank you so much. And Violet Botanical Skincare, I'm with Robin. Y'all giving Dwayne too much credit.
Nah, Robin is the complete talent and creative force behind Violet Botanical Skincare. We just had to throw Dwayne in there just to get under Robin a little bit. Get under that Violet Botanical Skincare.
Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and get our giveaway going because Wade Jr. is laughing at Phil, saying laugh out loud, straight as a letter, like he been keeping you straight, Corey. But Phil is saying wise words spoken today, Clarissa. Thanks so much for sharing. And Robin is saying, yes, Clarissa is correct about building relationships. It's like dating. You have to court someone before you go in for the kiss. Oh,
I love that. Yeah, I love the way that she put that. So true.
And then after she typed that, she smiled and looked at Dwayne.
You know what? Start giving it anyway. Clarissa, we are going to let you say ready, set, go, because today you're the guest, you are the strategist. So go ahead, say ready, set, go. We're going to see who wins this next collaboration.
All right, y'all, here we go. Ready, set, go.
All right, Justine, Juliet, Coach Remy, David Hunt, Sharella, Coach Remy, Sharella, XDMC, Sharella, David Hunt, Justine, Juliet, Coach Remy, and Tabi, David Hunt, and Tabi, Coach Remy, David Hunt, and Tabi. Justine!
Congratulations!
You know what? This is great because Justine is a fantastic swimmer. So I don't know. We might learn to swim. We might commission her to teach us to swim from Alcatraz and back.
She actually escaped wearing chains, swam from Alcatraz and made it to the mainland before she went all the way across the country to get away from
Anyways, congratulations, Justine. Even though XDMC, this joint is Anyway, thank you, Robin. Yes, a female winner. Girl, I said the same thing. And then Tabi is already into the plant-based treat. She was like, I had a banana, I had a narchi. I always say the fruit wrong, but I'm gonna get it right one day. But she was talking about, I
gotta make XDMC feel better.
Wait, what's that for? That's the sign where you like split your fingers. Yeah, what does that mean?
The Vulcan sign.
You know what?
Star Trek.
Well, anyway, David Hunt is saying rig, but we do have people in there like Justine saying, oh, snap. I'd like to thank the Academy. She's like, hey.
I love it.
So Sharella C is saying, thank you for the insight and tips, Clarissa. This has really been golden. Yes, we have
Clarissa. That's my teammate, y'all.
Oh, really? Well, she's a team sport. She's saying, congrats, Justine. We love it. Thank you so much, Sharella, for being here. Juliet is congratulating as well, saying, yay. Phil is talking trash from the guys. XDMC, this conspiracy here. She is just saying thank you to everybody. But Phil also says he's had blueberries. So, there's all of us can get it done. And look at, XDMC talking about, see, Phil, they didn't send us I Get Live t-shirts and now we lose this.
Hey, don't worry, guys. There's some t-shirts coming that's specific to Blind Guy His Life, Their Life Live. So you're going to enjoy those designs as they come out.
Yes, that's another announcement we have, guys. But, we can't tell you until it gets here. Another announcement that Robin has is that Star Trek is for geeks. And
hey, Robin went to the throat.
That's it. That's it.
Juggler.
I know, right? Us girls, we don't play. But Phil about to put his wrench to work. Y'all know Phil got that wrench. He's a moderator. He can start blocking y'all. Don't say nothing bad. In Real Talk with Ntabi talking about, I was close. I was close. She got the coughing there and everything. We're going to let you go today because these folks are in here having a great time and they are ready for the plant-based treat.
So after our plant-based treat, we're going to get you to hang out for a while if you can, so we can talk to you immediately after this broadcast is over.
Phil talk about Corey and Quita say they only got medium shirts. Anyway. And XCSC talk about, Violet Botanicals firing shots. Protests have been launched according to David Hunt. But congratulations, Justine. Congratulations to you for being here today. Thank you again. And we will see you soon, okay?
You're talking, I'm sorry, were you?
Yeah,
we're talking to
I thought you were still talking to Justine.
Justine, I did too.
This has been such a pleasure. Congratulations to the winners today, Justine. And who was our first place pony?
It's Kwamis Trading.
Yeah.
Yes. So congratulations and thank you so much,
Corey.
Mighty Balls.
Okay.
So hang out with us for a while. We'll talk to you immediately after the broadcast is over.
Okay.
All right. This is great. You know what, Corey? I'm sorry. It was hard to focus because I was like, wait, which plant-based treat? Because everybody, they keep commenting, they keep talking trash. It's hard to keep track. Oh my goodness. But at least Justine did say, thank you, Sister Clarissa, on opening my eyes to your site and your positivity. Yes. Phil is like, ouch, at Violet Botanical. talk about that Star Trek. Thank you, Robin. She says, great show, Corey and Quita. Great info, Clarissa. What did I say?
I said, thank you.
Oh, I thought I was reading it wrong. I was like, did I say thank you twice? Guys, we're getting into the plant-based treat.
And now it's time for today's plant-based treat by Chef LaQuita Marie.
Mighty meatless meatball subs.
Our onions, red cabbage, purple cabbage, and some garlic. I'm going to saute those. Garlic and onions have antioxidants like vitamin C that fight colon, prostate, lung, and brain cancers.
We made our own meatless meatballs, but you can find them in grocery stores too.
These meatballs are full of Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and broccoli, full of vitamin C, E, and beta-carotene that are powerful antioxidants that are great for your vision. The fennel in the meatballs has selenium for improved liver function and reducing inflammation. I'm going to go ahead and get our bread toasted. I've got some top split buns.
Toast the bread with the plant-based cheese.
Follow Your Heart brand is a favorite of ours, and it is dairy-free cheese alternative, lactose-free, soy-free, vegan, casein-free. The meatballs are seasoned with thyme, which is a great antibacterial for reducing foodborne illnesses. There's also a chemical in thyme that reduces tumor growth, and it's a great antiseptic for sore throats. Our vegetables sauteed here. We're just going to season them up a little bit with this Sazon Complete, maybe a half teaspoon. Red cabbage is loaded with vitamins, cancer-fighting flavonoids, and antioxidants. These help your eyes, teeth, bones, and your immune system. Flavonoids also help with weight loss. Add about a cup of salsa. In the salsa, there are tomatoes, which are full of lycopene for healthy prostate and eyes. There's also vinegar for reducing sinus inflammation and helps lower your blood pressure.
Build your sub with the cheesy bread sauce and the meatballs. I tried the meatball by itself, but with everything together, it made a really well mixture.
These meatball subs are delicious. I typically don't like meatball subs because they're messy. The marinara sauce is just kind of boring. And without the sauce, the meatballs don't have much taste. But the sauce on these meatballs wasn't messy at all. It tasted great. And the meatballs are full of flavor. And I really enjoyed it. All right, guys. Getting you to eat more fruits and vegetables every day. And of course, include your nuts, your beans, your grains, and all that good stuff. But Violet Botanical, Robin's in there saying, looks delicious. Thank you. I appreciate that. And of course, we also have Phil talking trash, Corey talking about the secret is out. Corey's reading the comments. He also says he's going to kick the door in and get some plant-based treats today. So, on food. Right. Talking about he's tired of his belly touching his back. David Hunt is still in there congratulating people after all that trash he talked. You know what? Thank you, Sharella. She says, loving this cooking tutorial. And Dwayne is like, oh yeah, what time is dinner? I'm there. See, him and Phil, they doing too much. And he on the West Coast anyway. By the time he get here, we will have eaten, put everything away.
Well, not if he creates a superhero, a supervillain out of me,
as for a comic, then I'll save some for Dwayne.
Yeah, I'll share with Juliet. She says yum yum, and Justine is like respect, brother, talking to David Hunt. So yes, Corey, how do we say goodbye today?
Well, that does it for this episode of The Blind Guy.
His wife,
Their Life Live. Join us tomorrow as Jennifer Scott shows us how to live stream your multiple streams of income.
a phenomenal musician, a creative herself.
Yes, indeed. So join us tomorrow at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, you can be part of the home team. Bum rush the button. Share this with 10 other people that could benefit from this content. And you can go to our website to see what kind of sponsorship opportunities are available to you.
You know what? What is it? The Phil talking about Dwayne hook Corey's fire starters up. What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't even want to know.
It says, because Dwayne hook Corey, you know what? Let's get out of here because Justine says, so many veggies. That's my favorite part. No, we cannot put Clarissa's picture back up. You already know who asked.
DMC.
Phil is saying peace. I think we got to say goodbye before anybody says anything else, Corey.
Well, since we got some Star Trek fans in here, I'll do this to say goodbye.
Oh, he said attached to your ankles.
Oh, my favorite. Oh, he went low on that one. Okay.
Y'all doing too much. Justine, we are vibing. Thank you so much. We saying goodbye though. Bye. How do we say it, Corey?
To say goodbye, we say this for the Star Trek fans. I cannot do it, Cotton. She won't hold together much longer. Deuces.
Deuces.